this.
Speed it up a little.
0.25.
We got a time crunch here. It's 2025. We got things to do before 2026 comes.
Yes.
Adam, how was your New Year's?
New Year's was great. Spent it on the beach, down in Orange Beach, super redneck Riviera. Love that place.
Tony, how was your New Year's?
Awesome music show at Austin's Tap Room in Stager, Illinois.
Yeah.
One of the best music halls in all of the southern suburbs.
It is good. They got great prime rib on
Awesome
like Wednesdays
food.
or something.
Yeah, we had a lobster tail. It was great.
So they got some good tavern pizza there too, right? Or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it, cracker crust.
Super good stuff.
All right. So there's
What
New
about
Year.
you?
All right. What did I do for New Year's? I went to my parents' house, had some lobster.
Yeah.
Having kids these days, trying to stay up till midnight's a little difficult.
Did not make it. Haven't made it in years.
It's terrible.
Well, I guess was Orange Beach, is that Central Time or is that
It's Central, straight south.
Oh man,
14
yeah,
hours.
here we go. We're gonna watch the islands of like Tortuga. Whoever's on the +3 hour one. All right, so we got that. 2025's here. It's cold, a little bit of snow, a couple things maybe coming on that you mentioned. We might see some reductions in some auto rates.
Yeah, I think the time has come for auto rates to finally come back down,
Dude,
which is cool.
right in time. Does that affect motorcycle rates?
Yes.
Hey!
All right,
I got like 6 bikes insured with you guys. Perfect. Soon to be 7.
all right. Tony, what are we seeing? Like real estate inventory still very, very restricted.
So we saw an uptick. We're actually 23 nationally. We're up 23% over the same month last year, which is great. Remains to be seen. It seems like activity is up in terms of getting under contract. It remains to be seen though if the 23% is going to translate into that much in transactions, because agents are still overpricing listings big time. We have a lot of agents in the market that historically in a normal market wouldn't be in. They would have been flushed out of their first 3 years of business, but they got really lucky for a little while. So they're still in and they're pricing homes. And there's big agents pricing homes way, way wrong just to get the listing because they're a little bit desperate. If they don't come off these prices, it's not going to transact. All right. So we'll see what remains to be seen. But some of those can be great deals. People have been on the market a little while. We can get them an awesome deal as a buyer because the seller thinks it's never going to sell.
I think we buckled one up at the end of the year there. I don't know what you're allowed to talk about, what you're not allowed to talk about on that, but
oh, I don't care. I'm talking about it. So we got one.
That's why we love you.
We got one for $125,000 off list price.
Wow.
Initial
it was
list price.
listed at 150.
Yeah, they were paying us. We got another one for like $80,000 off. No, yeah, like $80,000 off of list price. I saw one in Northwest Indiana, a big agent. Hers just sold $275,000 off initial list price.
What are
This
those?
is crazy.
Give me those percentages though. Like, what is that?
So mine were all around like the 700,000 range. So those are like huge hits as a percentage.
That is.
The one that was $275,000, close to $300,000 off. That was off of $1 million. It was not $1 million fucking house.
Yeah.
Excuse my French.
That's okay. We can edit that out.
All right. So anyways, so that's what we're seeing. However, the prices that we land at, what things are actually worth, are still a little bit more. We're not seeing a crash coming. We're way far away from 2015 numbers in terms of a healthy market. All right. So that still puts the ball somewhat in the seller's court. We should see prices remain stable to possibly somewhat growth. I think we're going to see real stability this year, but prices are up, which leads us to what we were going to talk about today, because prices are up, rates are staying the same. How do we get to being able to buy one of these things?
And I think it's one of them, right? One of the keys to the discount of some of those transactions is a buyer willing to put their toe in the water when a lot of other people are afraid because they're waiting for an interest rate that's never going to come back.
It ain't coming.
Right. Sure. So the people who want to, who are like, well, it's expensive. Maybe they're on the fence. Maybe like exploring giving you a call. They know it's expensive. What are some of the things that we can do to look at to get them there?
And honest to God, you should have your last pay stub already in the mail at this point. Look at how much money you actually made and then look how much money you netted. Then go through your budget. I showed you guys earlier a client had actually uploaded, he was supposed to upload a bank statement. It was an Uber Eats receipt for an order from Portillo's. It was 3 things.
Are you sure you want to see the rest? Look at this.
Yeah.
Here's a little taste.
Yeah, exactly. So what we found, in that case, it was like a 4-piece chicken tender, a bacon cheeseburger, and a beef sandwich. So not even like a very small family meal, if you will. It was $72 after tip, delivery fee, all of that.
Yeah.
You go to Portillo's regular website, it's $39. Nevertheless, Department of Agriculture pumped out some reports here at the end of the year about what people spend on food away from home and food delivery service. That different, if you take that weekly and then you factor in, if you put that on a credit card, all right, you're going to end up somewhere in the $300 to $400 a month range in the cost if you eat out once a week, like dine out, like go to whatever, fast casual, something like that, and then one Uber Eats or DoorDash type delivery.
You could finance a really crappy car with that amount.
Yeah.
You could,
or we could
buy a house.
Buy a motorcycle.
Or a motorcycle. Yeah, that too. We might be selling those if you guys don't buy enough houses.
Indian Challenger 2021.
But that $390 difference is the difference on $403,000 between 5.5% and 7%.
Yeah, you just picked up 2%.
And then if you factor in things like what Tony just talked about, you're willing to do it, you're willing to negotiate, you're willing to go at it, you win on the buy price every time. You've owned enough real estate, you've worked in this business for lots of years. What do people like at the end of the day? Is carrying cost the win, or can you beat carrying cost by the purchase price?
Oh, you can absolutely beat it by the purchase price.
I mean, that's what happens in every market.
I mean,
that's what's happening with interest rates right now.
Yeah,
they're up because they're trying to close the other gap. Adam, what do you
I mean, what I heard you say is like you just have to. I think most people don't want to look at it because they know it's bad. Like
absolutely.
They're like, oh man, I know that I eat out. What is it costing me? I don't care. I'm surviving. I don't want to know the bad news. It's like the baby boomer that doesn't want to go to the doctor.
Well, especially if you have. I mean, I say this like my sister. I'm like, especially if you have a regular job that you're receiving like consistent income, you're W-2'd, you're getting paid like bi-weekly or bi-monthly or something. Like you know what you're gonna. If you know what you're gonna be making, there's absolutely no excuse to this.
To not having a budget.
All right, yeah, and even some of our guys, like our construction worker guys and whatnot, you guys make phenomenal money when you're working, and then you're off, and you have a tendency to like not want to look at it because you know you're going to be off or whatever. But when I was during COVID, I think a lot of us realized how much we spend going out. I don't care. I'm a drinker. I'm an entertainer. I go out socially all the time, right? I don't have kids and whatever. So I'm out all the time. I do get a lot of business from that. However, during COVID, cut that out. I could have financed a Ferrari.
Yeah.
I realized if I quit going out, I can drive a Ferrari. I probably wouldn't be having much fun in my life, but I could drive a Ferrari.
I wouldn't be driving anywhere because I have nowhere to go.
Exactly.
Well, no one will be on the road.
Like cruising around the neighborhood like
hey guys,
check it out. Right.
Well, here's what's wild though, right? So you talk about like after, during COVID, obviously people weren't going out, and then like there was this huge rush, like peel the Band-Aid off, we're going at it. But in 2024, I would venture to guess we're gonna see some stats come out here at the beginning of this year about food away from home and going out and dining out. Those expenditures increasing by 35%.
Yeah. And there's little things like there's a book called The Compound Effect. You probably read it, or The Butterfly Effect, right? Is it Butterfly?
There's two books,
but it's about the compound effect, little things over time, right? So we save $5 here, we save $5 there, which is another thing. Actually, the beginning of the year, they always say this is like a really good time to take a look at your credit card statements and see what you have as subscriptions that are old, that you don't even think about, that are charging you $6 a month. Yeah. $19.95. We get $19.95 to death in America, right? Yeah. $19.95, $29.95, and you don't think about it, right? Unlike Brittany and I, we had double Netflix accounts, and I never watch. It's always on her thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do I even have this for?
You can do it real easy. Apple makes it easy now. You can go right to subscriptions and say cancel. It's so good.
They you talk about like going through that and having like. But if you look at it, you're paying $20 a month here, 20 here, 20 here. Quickly, it's $100 a month going away, and then everyone's got this chase for points and credit cards and all these other things that don't really yield much. Like you actually look at like what you spend, and then you get like 1/100% back.
Yeah,
in real cost. Those little incremental changes are what will allow you to. I want to say stomach, but I don't really think that stomach's the right word. Deal with the difference in what an interest rate is versus what interest rates may be in 2.5 or 3 years. Because again, if you enter now, versus stability or 3 or 4% year over year growth on real estate, your starting point is lower. You're amortizing a lower dollar amount.
Yep.
And you win on the purchase price.
Don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and wait. Right.
Yeah.
It's what they always say. You know, another good tool for right now too. And I think we do it as self-employed people. Maybe a regular guy doesn't, but like your credit card statements, like I rip them all at the end of the year. And then most credit card companies have an annual summary, at least the two that I do, and they break it into like there's a pie chart as to where you're spending your money, and it breaks it out. It's worthwhile to kind of take a little bit of a look at that. And the other thing is, don't get this misconception in your head as to how the real estate world's going to go based off of what you read online or even what you think. I face it all the time. A lot of my conversations go like the other day. I had one. I must have spent 15 minutes telling this guy, like, talk to Tony. Like, they know, like, that, you know, I'm like the real estate guy, and they want to share their financial stuff with me because, like, they don't really want to, like, go the next step of like the serious stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, it's not
real.
It's not that, I mean, it's, you know, it's fine, but like, he's a normal guy, he's super approachable. I can't help you at all. What you're reading online is BS, and I know it. Like the little calculator, the stuff that Zillow's plugging in is completely wrong.
Yeah.
Right. So like just a few of these steps, right? The budget, but like, right, people picking up a couple $100 a month with just a few things, and that impacts what you can borrow by a lot.
Before you came in, Adam and I were talking about, there's actually a documentary on Netflix right now about how companies are basically getting into your wallet and convincing you to buy things you don't even like, the subliminal approach. And we can go full on conspiracy theory here, but the erosion of a dollar and then the erosion of friction of transaction, right? Now I can just double click the button on the side of my phone
and it shows up.
and it's already
Sometimes that
bought.
day.
Like, and it's already purchased. And like, then you're not seeing your statements because everything's going digital. You're not manually balancing a checkbook. Like,
and everybody, you know, in business, I'm sure you've heard it in the last few years, like the goal to be gazillionaire is some kind of subscription-based business, right? Other subscriptions are like gym memberships, all right? Right now is a thing like, look, if you haven't been to the gym, it's January and it's been months and months and months, cancel that thing. Cancel it.
But I'm going to start on Sunday.
Right, exactly.
This week is my week.
I mean, just cancel it. Like, go in your basement, do some push-ups, you know, run around the block. If you think you want to try it, if that starts going well and you're doing it every day, go back and join the gym.
Yeah.
But cancel some things, free up some room in your debt to income, then monetize that. What does that work out to monthly? What can we put aside legitimately, and then bring it to a Tony and be like, here's what we have going on.
Yep.
Take the 30,000-foot view and you tell me what's best.
we actually had clients the other day, and like I applauded the fact that like they came to me and said, Tony, we talked. Other Tony referred you to us 3 months ago. We talked to you. We're legitimately embarrassed to have this other conversation with you because we put an extra $100 away in the last 3 months. If we send you all of our bank statements,
Can you find it?
no, pretty much. Can you show us what to do? And I was like, okay, well, here's the thing. Like, we talk crap about Dave Ramsey sometimes, but the envelope method works. I was like, what you have to do, like, you have to put this other money. I go, you have one bank account, right? Or two bank accounts at Chase, a checking and the savings. So you need to take money every month, scrape it out of your Chase account, and put it into an account that is not tied to it.
Yeah.
I go, it's crazy. I go, but I do more in money every day. I have to do it.
You know what, though? Hold on. I want to stop right there. One of the biggest differences legitimately between you and the 9 zillion other mortgage people that I've worked with, and even that guy I was with for a long time who's blah, blah, blah.
You were with the
guy. Anyways, everybody leaves those conversations with they were told this stuff, right? The email. So we got written word, something you can reference back to. You gave them a report. I could not believe how good it was and detailed. And they've got something now that in the coming days, weeks, they can go back to and be like, he said to do this. It was crazy. It was a plan, like written, not an over the phone, them telling you this, you have to make your own notes. You gave them a beautifully succinct, do this, and we will get you the house you want.
It comes down to, you guys both know it, like, you have to force your mind out of the rut it's in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to continue to play tricks on you.
Yep.
I mean, like, you guys as salespeople, your mind plays tricks on you, right? So, but yeah, but
Tricks are for kids.
exactly. But
Silly
you know,
rabbit.
like tricking your mind into the budget, making those decisions when you feel like you're swimming against the current, you just or like you're whatever down 2-0 in
Yeah.
a soccer game, like you don't feel like it's possible to come back, but you catch a lucky break, or you just take a minute, take a deep breath. Like I tell my kids, like you probably tell your kids sometimes, let's calm down, take a deep breath, and run through it.
Do not tell your wife to calm down.
That is, I agree on
Do
that one.
not do that.
That one doesn't go over so well. Otherwise, you can call us. We'll help you with the divorce mortgage and disposition of real estate there.
I've made that mistake.
All right. Anything else that we need to
No,
cover
I
on
say
the
no, just
turbocharged
get-
version?
No, get an accountability partner. Take some steps. Move your money so you can't touch it. It's just the same stuff we say every week, but do it. It's a new year. It's a new
Yeah,
year.
if you're gonna do it, now's the time, right? January, new year, make something happen this year. You probably have tons of stuff that you've put off, like all of us have. The financial one is a big one because it'll reward you in years to come.
I think the accountability partner, you reach out to, obviously get Adam at adamismyagent.com. You
Yeah.
can apply with JR. They can get Tony. You can Google his name, spell it wrong. They can call you.
708-259-3734.
I think any three of us would be willing to be a accountability partner or put together a course for you to then go and have an accountability partner with.
Bingo.
That's really about it on the turbocharged version. We close it with this. You guys probably saw a bunch of stuff floating around social media about interest rates and where they might be. Interesting enough that the 1 3-letter agency that has all the real estate agents losing money and getting sued has the lowest. Redfin, weirdly enough, has had the most accurate projections for the last 6 years, and they think that average rate's going to be 6.8% this year.
Okay.
So
What was it last year?
it was like 6.9,
6.8.
6.9.
So we're here.
Yeah, it's going to be here, which is good. Stability is a damn good thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anything
Yep.
else?
That's it. God bless the people in California. Pray for them.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a really, really sad situation out there. And again, comes down to having insurance, the proper insurance, and the right conversations with those things. Until next week, my friends.
Peace out.
I'm done. Cut the show.